Poor weather is delaying the effort to recover three renowned climbers missing in the Canadian Rockies. Jess Roskelley, David Lama, and Hansjoerg Auer are part of an elite athletic team for the outdoor apparel giant, the North Face. Rescuers say all three men are presumed dead after being caught in an avalanche. The trio was climbing, or was attempting to climb, Howse Peak in Alberta's Banff National Park. Roskelley's father and sister spoke with us following the tragedy. David Begnaud is here with the interview you'll see only on CBS This Morning. David, very sad story.
It is, John. You know, apparently this avalanche was big enough to wipe out a small building or even cover a car. They say it was a 3 on a scale of 5. The three athletes set out on Monday to tackle one of the most challenging climbs in the Canadian Rockies. Jess Roskelley's family says he always checks in with them to let them know he's safe. But on Tuesday, they had not heard from him, and that's when Jess's father decided to call authorities.
Sometimes I always feel over my head. There's plenty of times where I'm cold, hungry, tired, and you got another 10, 12 hours to go.
National Geographic calls Jess Roskelley one of the most accomplished climbers of his generation. He was 20 years old back in 2003 when he became the youngest person to summit Mount Everest.
I asked him if he wanted to go to Everest, and of course, he did.
Jess's father is climbing pioneer John Roskelley. He says his son had never scaled Howse Peak when he set out to tackle the nearly 11,000-foot summit with two other professional mountaineers, David Lama and Hansjoerg Auer.
They had all done climbs more difficult than this. It's just that they liked the looks of this route.
That route up Howse Peak is the so-called M16. It's a roughly 4,000-foot ascent up vertical ice and rock. Roskelley says it's a challenge for only the most extreme climbers.
This route has some of the most difficult climbing that you can find anywhere in the world.
Roskelley says the three men wanted to complete their climb by Tuesday night. But by Thursday, Canada's National Parks Agency said the three climbers were presumed dead. And that's because helicopter crews spotted signs of multiple avalanches and debris that contained climbing equipment.
All three of them were really knowledgeable about avalanche conditions and dangers.
He loved the people around him so deeply.
Jordan Roskelley is Jess's sister. She says her brother had a great sense of humor and an enormous heart.
We've had just an outpouring of people who care for him. And he has a beautiful wife who adores him as well. And so we're with her and doing the best we can.
You know, it's unclear exactly when the avalanche occurred. John Roskelley says bad weather is keeping the search and rescue teams from accessing that field of debris where the avalanche happened. The family says they're planning to ski to the area tomorrow in hopes of helping to find the victims.
Oh, it's so difficult they can't get there at this point.
I could see why they'd want to be involved in the search, too.
Oh, absolutely.
We just want an answer for sure. Thank you, David.